Hello and welcome. I'm Miss Nicole from the Morton Public Library. Today we're making hot cocoa bombs. You can follow along at home to make yours too. Are you ready? Let's get started. If you're using one of our craft kits, here's everything you should find in your kit. You should have 2 halves of a plastic ornament, 3 tablespoons of hot cocoa mix, a half cup of chocolate chips, 4 mini marshmallows, 2 small pieces of aluminum foil, and then just for fun, we included some sprinkles in there for you as well. Now, if you're not using a craft kit, one of our craft kits, you can find a plastic ornament, or you could use a silicone mold at home, or you could even form your aluminum foil into a ball shape. Here are the items that you're gonna need to grab around your house in order to make your hot cocoa bomb. First, you're gonna need a mug to enjoy your hot cocoa in, and you're gonna need to choose which type of liquid you want to drop the hot cocoa bomb in. So whether it's milk or oat milk or water, whatever is something that you want to heat up to enjoy. Then there are a couple ways to enjoy your hot cocoa bomb. You can either fill up the mug with your liquid of choice and then drop the hot cocoa bomb in, or if you'd like to watch that dissolving effect, you can place the hot cocoa bomb in and then pour the liquid over to watch it explode and everything, which I personally really love. So if you're gonna do that, you're gonna need an extra microwavable container that you can heat up the liquid in so you can pour it over in the mug. Then you're gonna need a little microwavable container to melt your chocolate chips in, and then a spoon and a ceramic plate, something that's microwavable that can get warm, and then of course your microwave. Our first step is going to be lining each side of the plastic ornament with some foil. So this is going to help us get that chocolate out of the mold once it's all set. So what I want you to do is take that aluminum foil, and a good trick is if you kind of make a hole and start to push the aluminum foil through, so you can already kind of get it into that shape that we're going to press it into the ornament so that it doesn't tear easily. So kind of bend it a little bit first into your fingers, then we're going to be sticking it into the ornament. So you're going to push the center all the way down so that it hits the bottom, and you're just going to kind of work your way, pressing up the sides until you fill the entire ornament to make it nice and smooth with the foil. You can kind of look on the other side and see where there are holes so that everything is pressed nice and neat up against it. Our next step is to heat our chocolate chips. So we're gonna do that in the microwave. So you can pour your half cup of chocolate chips into your microwavable safe container to heat that up. Now you probably won't need the whole half cup. If you wanted to leave some aside in order to fill your hot cocoa bomb with some chocolate chips, or if you wanted to save some to heat up after your hot cocoa bomb is done to drizzle on top, those are some options, but just in case. So we have a half cup in here, and I'm going to stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, then I'm going to check on it, and then if it's not melted, I'll do some increments of 10 or 15 seconds because I don't want to over zap the chocolate and then it's going to get hard to work with. Something to keep in mind, so even when the chocolate chips are melted, they're going to kind of keep that chocolate chip shape. So it's really important after you stick in the microwave to stir with the spoon to check and see if it's really melted, because it might be melted once you go to stir. Now that our chocolate is melted, it's time to fill each half of the ornament with chocolate. So I'm gonna take my melted chocolate, a little spoonful of it. Let me get over here. There we go. And pour it in the middle of the cup there. Drop it in. Then you're gonna take your spoon to drag the chocolate up the sides, and you wanna fill all the way up. You wanna fill the entire bottom of the ornament half with the foil. Now it doesn't have to be super thick, but you also don't want any holes to go through. So do you see how I still have some holes at the bottom? So I'm gonna scoop another little spoonful and fill all the way up to the side, pressing your spoon all the way up to the edge. And I'm gonna do that for both of them. Now both of my ornament halves are pretty well covered with chocolate, so it's time to let that set. I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator. Now last time I made this, I put it in overnight, but I Googled it and it said that chocolate should set in about a half hour. So we're gonna go check on these in another half hour and see if they've set and they're ready to come out. The chocolate is all set. It really did only take a half an hour in the refrigerator. So it's time to remove the chocolate from the mold. Now you're gonna wanna be really careful because you're not going to want to crack your chocolate in any way. So I would start out by gently pulling up the edges all the way around. And then once you do that, it's gonna pop out of the mold pretty easily. Right here. Then you're going to carefully, very carefully, start at the top and gently peel your way around to loosen it up. All the way around. And then work your way down to remove your chocolate. Almost there. Here we have it. Now, if you have any holes, you can fill it with some more chocolate, let it set if you want, but it's looking pretty good. Now, because we use the foil, our hot cocoa bombs are going to be not smooth like you would use if you did a silicone mold, and that's okay. It's just got a little bit of texture here. So we're gonna remove the second one, peel it up on the sides, and it should pop right out. Here we go. Work your way down. I have my two halves ready to go. The next thing we're gonna do is heat our ceramic plate, so I'm just gonna stick this by itself into the microwave for about a minute. Now that my plate is warm, we're gonna use it to warm up the edges of each side of the hot cocoa bomb. So you're gonna take that chocolate mold and you're gonna kinda rub it onto the edge to make it soft and to melt the chocolate on either side. This. And now we're gonna fill the hot cocoa bomb. So you can take your hot cocoa mix and we're gonna go slowly. Take one side of the hot cocoa bomb here and we're just gonna fill. Now it depends on how much hot cocoa powder you want. You can fill it as much as you want, but go slowly. Remember, you only need to fill, like, you have the other half on top of it, so it can stick up above the midline, but you don't want to fill it too full. You can put your marshmallows in, so I'm good to go. And anything, if you want to put sprinkles in there, more chocolate chips, whatever you want to put in there. Then we're going to take the other half, and both sides are already melty, so we're going to push it together. And we have a hot cocoa bomb. Now from here you can either refrigerate it more to set it, or you can just enjoy it right like it is now. Or you can make a bunch and enjoy for later. It's time for the best part. We get to enjoy our hot cocoa bomb. So as I said before, there's a couple ways to enjoy it. You can either heat up your liquid inside the mug and then drop the hot cocoa bomb in, or like I like to do, you can place the hot cocoa bomb in and then heat up your liquid of choice in a different container and pour over and watch it dissolve. So I have my oat milk here ready to go. Here we go. All the way over the top. Some marshmallows popped out. Then you're just gonna take your spoon and you're gonna stir and dissolve and enjoy. That is all. Thank you so much for joining me today to make some hot cocoa bombs. I hope that you are now an expert at making hot cocoa bombs. In your hot cocoa bomb making machine, you can do it anytime you want to on your own. You can create different flavors that you want, experiment with putting different things inside. You could use white chocolate on the outside, whatever you want to do. All right, here we go. So good. Enjoy.